What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Joe Caffrelli. Let's get into some spicy news. All right. So, Ezra Miller still to be on board to playing the Flash, despite the controversy. Now, this guy has some spicy past. I mean, at one point he was even what was it? He was suspected of having a cult. There's videos of him legitly slapping the poop out of some, I don't know, poop, but slapping the heck out of some woman. I believe in somewhere in Europe or something like that. Uh, the controversy behind this guy is deep. If this was anybody else, they wouldn't. They would not be employed. I don't think for anybody. But in Hollywood, he fits right in. He fits right in Hollywood. He's one of them. This is even after coming off the. This is DC. DC right now is they're about to reboot everything, but not him, not the Flash. I mean, Henry Cavill. He's not. They pretty much kicked that Superman right out of DC's universe. Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, they don't want nothing to do with him. But this guy, Ezra Miller, he's our man. Let's read this. All right, DC keeping Ezra Miller on board despite controversies. With no issues since starting treatment this past summer, Warner Brothers executives are open to keep Ezra Miller on board as the DCU's The Flash. Ezra Miller has faced a cascade of controversies over the past recent year, but it seems like DC might still be willing to keep keep them in the superhero roster. According to Variety, Miller staying in a mental health treatment throughout the summer has made some Warner Brothers execs uh, amenable to continue working with the actor after their appearance in The Flash. Of course, the decision will ultimately come down to James Gunn and Peter Sembrin, since they're setting the new path for the future of the DCU. The report is definitely interesting, as Warner Brothers Discovery and James Gunn have not held back from making broad choices and cuts to the current DC film landscape. You might think that Ezra Miller's recent allegations and legal troubles would make it easier for Gunn to exclude them after The Flash. With little to no fan backlash, it seems like Gunn and Safran might have some long-term plans to involve the Scarlet Speedster, and they might think Miller is the best person for the role. Ezra Miller even made a brief appearance as the Flash in the season 1 finale of James Gunn's Peacemaker, along with the fellow Justice League members Aquaman. Funnily enough, the rest of the Justice League lineup, including Superman and Wonder Woman, appeared as silhouettes instead of having Henry Cavill and Gail Gadot playing them. Uh, while these were was long while this was long before Gunn was appointed to the DCU position, it was pretty crazy. Incidentally, foreshadowing that Cavill and Cabot would be left out of the future plans. As of Miller's The Flash film could be the key to James Gunn's resettling the DCU and aligning it closer to his vision for the film's universe. From the beginning, it was reported that the film would have a metaverse elements, leaving the door open for a hard reset. This means that the characters could be replaced, storylines could be dropped, and Gunn could have a fresh, clean slate to be used going forward. While there are no guarantees that Ezra Miller the Flash will operate as the DCU's reset button, it is one of the new films that avoided getting axed from the schedule. Other projects that survived both Warner Brothers Discovery merger and the cuts made Gunn and Safran include Shazam, Fury of the Gods, Aquaman and the Last Kingdom, Blue Beetle, Gunn's own Peacemaker show, and the big budgeted HBO Green Lantern show. So far, the cancellation of the finished Batgirl movie by CEO David Zaslav and James Gunn's decision to leave Henry Cavill out of the future plans have been the most controversial decisions in the DC realm. Um, one of the other we'll be seeing Ezra Miller one way or another, we'll be seeing Ezra Miller, The Flash, when it hits theaters on June 16th, 2023. The film, directed by Andy Muschietti. My pronunciation's awful, awful, guys. I'm sorry. With the story by J. Jolb Harold and screenplay by Christina Hudson. Although the cameos filmed with Henry Cavill and Gail Gilbert have reportedly been cut from the film. The movie's cast will still include Ron Livingston, Michael Keaton. I love Michael Keaton. He's awesome. Uh, Ghislaine Clemens, Michael Shannon, yada yada, and Ben Affleck. So there you go. I mean, this boy, he's the golden. He must be the golden child of Hollywood these days. Nothing he can do is wrong in their eyes. So that's what I got for you guys today. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment below. Peace.